Hey there everyone, this is Yui. Welcome to episode 10 of All the Mods 3 Expert. Today we're going to get a little bit into Thaumcraft Infusion crafting so that we can make the Empowerer. Well, that's the plan at least. We'll see if we make it. So let's get to it. Now, between episodes, you might notice a few things missing. That's all gone. You can see a big hole up there where my farm used to be. Yeah, it's gone. I took down the Thaumcraft stuff over here. Took down the watermill. So basically, I've been moving stuff over into these compact machines. And if you're not super familiar with compact machines, there's not a whole lot to do with them. You need to make these machine walls. Then you make any size that you want. I always recommend just making the big one because it is very cheap. But let's go over it just real quick. We get some iron, redstone, and we'll come over here. So this setup is 11, right? This is 5, 7, 9, 11. Yes. So this is at the 13th block mark. Between each other, 2 high and symmetrical. So the middle area here is 11 by 11, and that'll get you a 5 by 5 by 5 crafting area for compact machines. So to start, make yourself a personal shrink device, make yourself the field projectors, set them up like so, and then you can start crafting. So all these recipes are going to be very similar in how you craft them. Now the ingredients are not. So looking at this window, if you're not familiar with it, the stuff on the left is these are the materials required to make the multi-block that goes inside of this orange area. So for this, we need just a block of iron and a piece of redstone. This upper right part, that's what you will get. And this bottom right is what you throw into the area to trigger it to do the crafting. So in this case, to get 16 compact machine walls, we need 1 block of iron, 1 redstone dust, and then we activate it with a redstone dust. So we need 2 redstone dust total. Anywhere in this orange field, as long as it fits inside, build the multi-block as shown in the middle. You can hold shift to make it hollow. That's more important for the big one, so you can see where like the block of emerald goes. Because this one is a 3 by 3 hollow. In the very middle is that block of emerald, and then it's just surrounded by machine casings. But you do this, and then just hit Q, throw it in there. It'll craft. This is a nice quick one, and you get your item. It's the same for making all of these compact machines and the tunnels as well. So make some if you want. I personally love them, but you don't necessarily need to use them. Now with that said, you can also name them. For me, these are horribly glitched. So this is showing what's that, like the 3 stupid stones. But if you click this name tag here, you can give it a name instead of a number. So by default, they'll start with numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many you have. So I named this one my smeltery. We take our shrink device, right click on it. It'll teleport us inside. And then inside of here, since I made the maximum, this is 13 by 13 by 13. So I moved the smeltery in here, I've moved the blast furnace in here, the coke oven, some miscellaneous drums and stuff. So this is just my tinker's area and my multi-blocks. We can go back out, it'll save where you entered from, so you don't have to worry about ending up in a wall. Because that would be great. And here's my, say, power gen, which is very lacking right now, because we don't have a whole lot of options. So it is a water wheel. Now that I have, let's see, flux ducts. Now that I've got the hardened glass, which is the obsidian and lead in the induction smelter, I can make the flux ducts instead of the LV coils. And so I just have it feeding down, connecting to the ground here. The ground here has a tunnel. It is very hard to see, but if I right-click it a bunch, I'd pick it up. That's just made in that orange area outside. With this, you can right-click it on any wall, and this will give you access to send stuff out or into the compact machine. So in this case, by default, it's down. You right-click it once, it goes up, north, south, west, east, and then it pops off. So I'm using it to transfer RF from here to the compact machine, and then from the compact machine, if we load out, oh, now that I broke it, we'll just replace this guy real quick. There we go. Into my machines down here. So now if I come here and I use this, it's going to just maintain the power. This should be... yeah, okay. It looked like it was not full, but it doesn't hold a lot. So over here, I moved all my Thaumcraft stuff. So the great thing about this is if we use our thermometer and check the taint or flux or whatever it is not the same as the board or the chunk that it is in. So if I have an accident, it's going to decimate this little area instead of my entire base. Or that's the plan. We'll see. But you can, when you're in one of these, if you have your shrink device and you build a bunch of stuff, by default it puts you in the middle. So if you end up putting something there and you don't want to spawn there, just go to where you do want to spawn, hold sneak, and right click, it'll set your entry point. And then aside from that, I just have two more. I have one for my crop farms and one for my mob farm, which is just doing Enderman right now. I keep emptying this out. So I've got a ton of Ender Pearls now. I've upgraded those other chests into this modular storage. In fact, we have a storage scanner that I accidentally made a long time ago. Do we get credit for that? No, of course not. We'll set it up anyways, just to show you. It's gonna be like this, but it needs power. Oh, let's go. Just for sake of quickness. You here, here, and there. It's got power. We can scan a radius of, say, 1. That'll be adjacent. We could star those things, and that'll give us access to both these modular storages at once. So if we want to do some crafting, we can. But if we increase it by 1, 2, 3, we can also add in the drawer controller, which will get us access to all our stuff in drawers. And you just star it. This other stuff you can remove if you want, or just ignore it. It doesn't matter. What's important is having it routable. And so now if I do my crafting in here, you can search for items, you can craft in here, and yeah. What I'm going to do though is move this guy up to the top. So if he's up at the top, he should try to insert into there first. Let's see, 37. Yep, it went back in there. That way if I have a drawer for it, I put it in there, it'll go into a drawer. Okay, let's stop dilly-dallying. The other thing I want to do real quick is a band of mana using living rock. a couple carbon plates, a mana pool, which we got there. Whoa, no thank you. Jeez. We don't have any pearls. Let's just go make a couple. I need to better light my area up. If you want to empty a mana pool instead of breaking it to upgrade it, just put a mana spreader on top of it, feed it into a different pool, or say another mana spreader pointing at a specific pool. That's how I emptied the one pool to start the upgrading process. Alright. Craft. And then craft. There we go. With this, if you're not super familiar, you can take it, by default you empty from an item into the pool. You can shift right click and it'll go from the pool into the item. So the pool will empty, but the item will fill up. So it's a way to move mana around also, or to keep mana on you. I'll make a band of aura eventually, just not now, because you need runic altar and all that fun stuff. And I kind of just want to get the empowerer going, which we are very close to. So let's actually just get started on that. We need to make this fabricator. Means we're going to need some other stuff. Whoops. That's right, it's not like in here, you can't just click it. Alright, so copper. By default, it takes a stack out. If you want just to see one, do shift click. Copper and netherrack. Macerator and that one. Then what else was it? It was bronze. Couple bronze. Oh, I went mining. Got a bunch more stuff. Quite a bit. Mostly from the nether, because it is just easier that way. Okay, yeah. Okay, craft that. And gold. And we'll let this go. Alright, while that's going, let's go possibly destroy our world. Who knows? So in here, I believe I've got my matrix. I've got, there you go, 8 plus 1 extra, and some pedestals. Over here, I made the entire, I don't know what this is called, but I made it. What is it? It is the Thaumaturge stuff. The robe, leggings, boots, it is all very cheap. So, it's just viz and string and wool. So string and wool get you your fabric, and then you can create the armor with just the fabrics. So it is very cheap, and you get a slight discount. I think it's 10% now. But if we go up here, got a little elevator. I've set up this area. So I've done a little reading into this, and it says stuff will horribly go wrong. Yeah, so knowing my luck, it will. So there are these, what's the book called? Occult It's like, it says occult paraphernalia. So things like candles, skulls, etc., which is not super helpful. I tried looking it up on the wiki. I didn't see anything else or etc. There might be something in the config values, so I don't know. But I've got these tallow candles. Does the color matter? I don't know. So I just made it. But what it does say is this must be symmetrical based off of the point here, not a line. So from the middle, so I have, say, the skull on the left, which means point-wise it is symmetrical to the center here. So this setup will look the same as this setup, and this setup here will look the same as this setup. It is not north side to south side or east to west. It is point to the middle. And that includes these pedestals. So the way I'm going to set these up is just in the ground, one level, in a circle around here. So point-wise, they all have an opposite counter. So they are symmetrical. Now these blocks in the middle, I just left for planning purposes, but it's going to be the pedestal, temporary block. Actually, I don't even need the temporary block because the ceiling is right here. But the matrix, get rid of the temporary block. Shift right click to put it on here, otherwise you're just going to throw it in there for display purposes. And then build it up. And I totally forgot the other ingredient, but it should look something like that. Now we can get out of here. Because I forgot the Salus Mundus, or whatever you want to call it. Oh. And I forgot the other stuff too. Give me this. And sure. We'll just make it inside. There we go. I turned my turtle off. He can go, but if you're doing a turtle setup, I recommend just throwing cobblestone down in various places to make it a little more sporadic. That way you get enough saplings back, since the trees here grow so fast. Now we can go back in here. Grab, this one. I've got a ton of these. I have no crafting table in here, because why would I? There we go. I'm just going to make another one of those later when I forget that it's in here, so we'll just leave it. Alright, now, instructions were unclear, or I didn't super read it. It's kind of scary. But let's do it. You're supposed to right click, I believe, this guy. And there we go. So that is done. Yep. Job done. We'll call it all good. Actually, we don't even need to make anything in here until we make the Empowerer. So, we're not going to, because I don't want to screw it up. I will get that stuff in a bit. Drop this, and let's go finish up. What was it? Making that thingy, the Fabricator doohickey from Forestry. I believe I had gold going. And there. Now, if I remember correctly, which, you know, is a 50-50 chance, this thing, as soon as you give it liquid glass to keep warm, so sand, when you give it sand, It'll smelt it to liquid glass, but it'll maintain a heat level in order to do the glass, and thus, if there's a recipe in here, it'll constantly use power, I believe. I think we can fix that with a lever, if I am not mistaken. But I could be totally wrong to begin with. But I am going to put a paranoid person lever right on the side of it anyways. Boom. And that'll disable it for sure. Alright. You're done. You are done. We got those, so display stands. Quartz. 2 green. This looks weird. Oh, that's because it used to be 6. We need 5 quartz. Then we need 10 of those. I like doing slabs and converting it back. The other way you can do it is a chisel. There, that'll work. Reconstructor. And reconstructor. That good? Looks good to me. Alright, let's see, what is this? A bunch of Restonia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. 15 and 15. And then diamonds. I got plenty of those from the Nether. Let's see, that is... No, 5, 10... Right? 10? So 40? Yeah, that sounds right. Don't quote me on that. And then 20 blaze rods. And we'll see how screwed up my math is. Well, that's already messed up. Is it? Yes. Oh, yep, see, my math is screwed up because I missed that top one. That and blaze. Stop doing that. There we go, something like that. Put it in there, put in the recipe. And go. That's going to take it a moment. Alright, while that's going... Oh, I'm too poor. Too little power. Well, that's fantastic. I'll just be back in a moment once I get that going. Intermediate crafting, I guess you could call it. But this isn't generating, or what do you call it? Powering up. It's not. It's full. Its energy is full. This thing is currently not technically crafting, but if you watch the pipe, it'll drop down to 3.9. So this is what I was talking about before. This thing, when it has a recipe it can craft, while this bar is up, it is consuming power. So just be aware of that. since this is still the beginning and I don't have very many power supplies just yet. But let's make these up. You just gotta click them out. I also am going to need 2 of the tin ones. So now we should be able to do some crafting. I went ahead and I replaced this with barrier stones. So that's pretty cool. While I was waiting. Supposedly the animals can't really get out. You push the cow over to it. He just gets stuck like it's a fence. So, but I can walk through it. So I might get more of those to surround the area a little bit for, you know, just a little bit of protection. But we should be able to make these up if I have the iron bars. Looks good. 5 of them. Perfect. Now we need this stuff. Block of quartz. Easy. We have the mana diamond. We need mirrored glass, which is quicksilver and just any glass pane it looks. And do I have quicksilver? Yeah, just a little bit. You can also get this by smelting the cinnabar ore. So if you get cinnabar ore, you can just smelt it down and get quicksilver. I don't know if cinnabar ore is useful for much else. But we also need this basic circuit board, which means we need a carpenter. So I went ahead and I made some of this miscellaneous stuff just so we could craft the carpenter. Throw it. I don't know. We see this. There, put it there. I'm gonna flip that lever. Just so that doesn't consume power. Oh, it's gonna ruin this though. That's actually fine too. Okay, so this... I've got that one. Got 2 of those. Oh, vacuum tube. That's right. Let's see, Restonia times 4. And then a diamond plate I should have. And then we're just missing the vacuum tube. Alright. So we need 1 of these and 1 of those. A crafting table. Missing a crafting table. So what's nice about using the storage scanner, like I said before, is it is pulling these items out of these drawers, which just makes it, think of it like doing a external storage or a storage bus on top of the controller. So this is almost like an AE system, but you know, not quite the same. Alright, we got this. We need the blueprint. Now, when you click on the blueprint, you're going to see a bunch of them. Hold shift over the blueprint, and that'll show you which one you actually need. We need this one, which is for the vacuum tube. So we need that. Craft. Perfect. And then we could dump this wherever. I'm going to put it there. So we need glass, nickel, plate, copper wire, and redstone. And that'll get us 3 of them. I don't think I have copper plates, do I? Yep, there we go. Copper, nickel. That's a weird plate. Oh, if you want to make some of these, what do you call them? Alloys, like Invar. You could just take, like, say, 2 iron, 1 nickel, run it through your macerator to turn it into dust. go faster. Because you're going to need quite a bit of alloys, and I don't particularly like using the smeltery. But then you get the dust. You can then combine the dust in the correct proportions to make the blend, and throw the blend through the furnace. And that'll get you the alloy. That'll work for the basic ones. Alright, this one, this one. Oh, what else? Glass and redstone. Glass and redstone. There we go. We just need one of them. Is that the last thing we need? Probably not. What liquid do you want? What the heck is this? Okay. Soldering alloy. How do you come into existence here? Silver, lead, and mana steel. Silver, lead, and mana. That's a weird combination. Although this is gonna make... What is it, 148? I don't know if I have another tank. Give me this. I need a tank. Actually, you could stay. It looks a little weird, but... get rid of you for a second. Two ingots. That'll work. Right. Man, why is it such an odd amount? Alright, well, there we go. Not the nicest of things. And you go in here. Alright, well, it's crafting. Do they have this thing? So, this pipette, whatever you want to call it, you can take it, click here, and that'll put the miscellaneous stuff back in there. And if you so desire, I think you can just right-click this to insert it there. Similarly, you can pull it out of there and pull it out, put it in. So it's a way to move things around. It's like the mechanism thingy. I forget what it's called. Alright, that glass pane I actually needed. This. Give me that. That's for the Quicksilver. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we gotta see how horribly wrong this goes. Okay, this guy. No. You're done. You're done. This. Make me that. Oh, I should put my armor back on. Just in case. I don't think it helps with this stuff. But it might. Alright. I'm just going to match it here. So I'm going to look at it here. I'm going to put the glass there. Quartz over there. Oh, I forgot the middle piece. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Middle piece is the display stand. And the basic circuit. Alright, supposedly that's ready to go. We need our gauntlet to trigger it. It's in here somewhere. And here's where you hope you have it right. Because, wait. No, see, we need that stuff. And we don't have it. And the starry one. Yep, nope. So I'll be back in a moment. I am just going to make up some more of the aspects. Alright. I've got 60 of the gem stuff and 24 of the magic wand stuff. Whatever it is. I need 30 and 10, so I have double of both. Just in case. Because, I don't know, the book says stuff goes horribly wrong and stuff can get thrown, and if stuff goes thrown, it'll start generating bad stuff, and let's just hope for the best. Oh, I'm scared. Did I? Yeah, I did that. Okay. I guess we just right-click it. And hope. Oh. Hey, it says very stable. Oh, I guess that's how you measure how well you did with your setup. Go. Oh, there we go. Look at it. I probably should be paying attention. Okay, sucking up the items. Yeah, get it. Oh, look at that. Okay. Nothing blew up. There's no purple stuff everywhere. I'll call that a success. Wait. Yep. Total success. So, let's set it up and test it out real quick. Because why not? Alright, so I've already created the wiring, put it down. The way this is going to work is 2 blocks in each direction, and then on the 3rd block you put the display stand. And yeah, you know, I don't generate a whole ton of power, so these might take a while. But it should look like that. The Empower will not connect because it does not need power. So here I have the stuff necessary to empower the Numismatic crystal. If you're not sure how, click it. There is an Empower tab, and it tells you the ingredients. There's nothing fancy here, except this is a little unusual. It is Ore Dictionary to the Botania lime dye, so make sure you use the correct stuff. And all you do is you just put in the side ingredients any order. This isn't Thaumcraft here. It's not going to blow up on you. It is nice and safe. And then once you put this in there, as long as the recipe is correct, it'll start empowering. Will it finish? Maybe. I don't know how much power it's going to take. Go. Because we're not generating a whole lot. They're going up now. Let's see, does it tell us? It does not. So I guess it's just a waiting game then. Because we have horrible power generation. Yep. Yep, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, I am getting tired of waiting for this thing. It's been oh, like 40 minutes almost. So we're going to do something to help it along a little bit. I have redstone in the magma crucible, so I'm going to get a bucket of that. It's going to give me destabilized redstone. I've got silver, copper over here. 1 silver, 3 copper. This plus that will get you signalium. Signalium has to be made in either, I don't know if you can melt it, but induction smelter will work with sand. Let's do that. I even made a windmill and gave it the full upgrades, and yeah, I don't know if the energy we're producing is that bad, and since it's being interrupted it has to keep restarting, or it just takes a ton of energy in this pack. Alright, so what we're going to make is a Numismatic Dynamo. It is Constantine, which is copper and nickel. This is silver and the Restonia. And bam, just like that. Got it. I'm going to make a hardened upgrade kit thing, just a regular upgrade thing. I'm going to drop this right here. No. That'll work. Upgrade. Signalium. For Signalium, we need to make a gear. Gonna be a little slow to get started. That machine is, once the speed picks up, it's fast, but at the very beginning, it is pretty slow. So I think next time we're going to forego any progression and go with quality of life stuff to just, you know, better power generation, stuff like that. Now we can make this Lapidary Calibration. Or not. Electrum. I thought I had everything, but I guess not. Just make that, put some stuff away. You can have that. I don't even know what that gold was for. But I thought I needed it. Go ahead and 2. Alright, let's make this specialization. Craft. Let's get 1 emerald. Okay, so we're going to put the specialization in. It goes here in the augments. That's why we needed to upgrade it. So now we can generate 250,000 RF with 1 emerald. And hopefully that'll help. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it. It's taking too long. Anyways then, that's going to be it for this episode. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.